The interrogation room was cold, the air thick with stale coffee and desperation. On one side sat Agent Kujan, a man who believed he knew everything. On the other, a small twitchy man named Verbal Kint, the sole survivor of a massacre and fire on a ship docked in the harbor. Verbal was a cripple, a small-time con artist who could barely hold a cup of coffee, let alone orchestrate a major criminal operation. Kujan was convinced the mastermind behind the operation was the mythical, unseen figure of Kaiser Soze, a criminal so terrifying that his existence was a ghost story whispered in the underworld. The massacre was Soze's work, a bloody warning to anyone who dared cross him. Kujan believed Verbal was a pawn, a witness who could finally give him the face of the devil. Verbal, in a halting, nervous monologue, began to weave a tale of 5 career criminals brought together by a strange, almost random police lineup. He described a series of escalating heists, each one more complex and dangerous than the last, all orchestrated by the unseen hand of Soze. He painted a picture of a man who could disappear in a crowd, a man whose legend was his greatest weapon. The strange part was the source of Verbal's story. As he spoke, Kujan noticed the details of the room. A coffee mug with a specific logo, a name on a bulletin board, a brand name on a fax machine. Verbal was weaving his narrative from the random objects in the room, a clever, improvised tapestry of lies. Kujan, blinded by his own ambition to catch Soze, didn't notice. He pressed Verbal for the final, crucial detail, the identity of the mastermind. Verbal, with a final tearful confession, named a dead man, a low-level thug, who had been killed in the fire. Kujan, satisfied, let Verbal sign his statement and walk free. As Verbal limped out of the police station, his gait was slow, his hand trembling. He was a broken man, a victim. He walked a few feet, then stopped. He straightened his back, the limp vanishing. He opened his hand, the tremor gone. He was no longer Verbal Kint. Across the street, a sleek black car pulled up. A man in a tailored suit stepped out and addressed him by a different name. The coffee mug, the bulletin board, the fax machine, they were all just props in a performance. The entire story, the entire identity of Verbal Kint, was a masterful, clever lie designed to distract Kujan. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. And just like that, Kaiser Soze, the criminal mastermind, vanished into the city crowd, leaving behind only the smoke of his own legend.